Hello everyone! I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. As you can see, the leaves are all dropping. Just a couple of weeks ago, all of the leaves were on the trees and now they're all on the ground. It's amazing how quickly nature is all right, it's fall, okay, let's do our thing. It never hesitates, and I love nature for that. I wanted to do a random abstract video today because I've been thinking about it, and so as you know, I get these random ideas in my head and I'm like, all right, let's talk about it. If they don't get it, they don't get it. It doesn't really matter. I've been thinking about why I do these videos particularly. Because I'm constantly thinking about, my schedule and the way I set things up and what I'm doing with my time. And as I've told you many times before, my time is very precious to me. And so I'm constantly making sure that I'm doing the things that I really care about. Because if I don't, then I take it out of my schedule and I discard it. It's very important to me. I'm constantly, on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, I'm looking at my schedule and making sure there's no fluff in there, right? Because if there is, it has to be taken out because my time is precious and it's little by little, actually very fast, ticking away. And before I know it, I'll be dead. So I really want to make sure that I use my time to its most effective manner. In the most effective manner, I should say. My grammar is out of the window. And so as I said, I've been kind of thinking recently about these videos that I do for you and for myself, mostly for myself. And are they useful? Yeah, is it a useful use of my time? And I'm constantly getting amazing messages from all of you saying, you love the videos and you are enjoying them and you're learning from them and growing from them. And a lot of you have messaged me saying it's taken you out of your depression, which is really interesting for me to hear. That I'm able to do that for you through my videos. It's so gratifying to hear all that. So it's nice. Please do send those messages because it kind of reminds me why I'm doing these videos and that the videos are still effective, that they're not a waste of my time. But I was also thinking about why am I doing these videos, particularly for me? What's the purpose? How does it mesh with my vision for my life and my mission for my life? And my mission or vision for my life, it's kind of always transmuting and changing, obviously, because as I grow, as I change, my mission changes as well. It's normal. That's the way it is. It'll unfold as you get older, and it'll become bigger or smaller or change in many different ways. And I realized that one of the main things I do want to do in my life right now is I want to be a messenger of truth and light. Yeah. So it's a very abstract way to say it, but this is something that this phrase has come to me many times in my, in my sleep state or while I'm just kind of drowsy and sitting around and journaling or whatever it might be. I'm always constantly thinking about it, and this comes to me a lot, that I want to be a messenger of truth and light. And one of the reasons why I love doing these videos, these YouTube videos, or these, these short self-development courses, I would say, or whatever these might be called, these videos that I do, the reason I love doing them is because this is also converted into podcasts. So, audios, videos, whatever it is, whatever format it's in. The reason I love them is because I think of them as messengers of the truth and light. And as a person, as a being in this world right now, as a light worker, or as a being of light, or as a divine being, or as a person, as a woman, as whatever you want to call me, whatever you see when you look at me, I have this mission in life that I want to bring light and truth to the world. But I can't just, sometimes I do walk around and bring light and truth to the world, but it takes a lot out of me. It's very draining to be going around and talking to people and bringing them the light and the truth. I can only do a very minuscule amount of that before I'm exhausted and burnt out. And so I really do love these videos because I really, as I said, think of them as messengers, as little tiny messengers. I used to think of them as soldiers that are going out into the battlefield. But I like the analogy of messenger better because I don't want to think of life as a battlefield. Because it's such a negative way of looking at the world. I'd rather look at the life as, as a lesson or as a dance or something a little less I'm ready to fight. But yeah, I used to think of my videos as little soldiers I was sending out in the world, bringing truth to the world. But now I think of them as messengers. Yeah, little baby messengers, little bits of myself that I'm sending out in the world so that I can bring that light, that truth, that joy, that part of me to the people that are watching it. Even if the video is something that's very controversial, or even if the video is something where I am literally yelling at you saying that you're an idiot, stop doing that. I don't actually do that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, even if the video is not the most positive thing out there, even if I'm talking about something which might be construed as negative, or which might be perceived as, I don't know, not necessarily positive, I would say. Even then, I really do think of my videos as messengers of light and truth. And so that's one of the reasons why I do these videos every single day, is because, as I've said, I have a very limited time on this planet. But hopefully, even if I die tomorrow, I'll have these videos out there, you know, not as legacies, but as messengers. And even after I'm gone, these videos can be on YouTube. I think they don't delete accounts if you die. And so these videos are constantly going to be there, constantly, well, until the internet dies or the world dies or whatever it might be. But, you know, they're going to be there on the internet somehow, and they're going to be bringing that message of light and truth to the world constantly, right? And I like the idea of YouTube so much because I can be bringing my ideas to people from all over the world. You know, I get messages from people in Nigeria, I get messages from people in the Philippines, from New Zealand, from Hawaii, you know, like I get people messaging me from everywhere, telling me that my videos have affected them and touched them in some way, in a positive way. And I like that about YouTube, that, you know, it also is constantly at work. Like, I could be doing something else, like working on my blog. I could be sleeping. I could be doing my yoga practice. But even while I'm doing all these other things, my messengers, my video messengers, are constantly out there, constantly bringing the message of light and truth to the world, constantly doing their thing. Like little soldiers, like, you know, like little messengers, like little baby booms, you know, kind of going out and being like, all right, what are we going to do today? Who are we going to teach today? What message are we going to bring today? You know, constantly out there. And, you know, I've said this to you before, you know, once I do a video, I never watch it again, unless someone sends it to me and says, you know, you missed this. I'm like, oh, did I? Okay. But mostly I don't watch them because I have given them all of the tools and the weapons that they might need. I shouldn't say weapons because I'm really trying to get away from that analogy. But I've given them all the tools that they need to do their job properly. I've given them everything that I can possibly do. I've put myself into them, and I've given everything that I can to each one of these messengers of mine, each one of these videos. And then they go out in the world, and then they are free to do as they do. Like, I'm not going to be following them around with a little cup, making sure they drink water. I'm not going to be following around to make sure that they're getting a lot of views. I'm not going to be following around to make sure that they're doing their job properly. I'm going to trust them because they're baby booms. You know, they're messengers of mine, and they're out there in the world. They're doing their thing, and I trust them to do their thing. And as I said, even if I'm dead, they'll still be doing their thing. They'll still be bringing light, truth, joy to the world as much as possible. Until as I said, my account gets deleted or the internet dies. And especially right now, in this world right now that we're living in, where I wouldn't say it's kind of falling apart, because I'd like to be positive, but it does feel like the world is kind of in a chaotic point of time. It feels like it's a little bit tumultuous in the world right now, a little bit chaotic, a little bit haphazard, a little bit like, whoa, I don't know what's going on anymore. And so I really do feel, especially during this time, that these messengers of light and truth are needed even more so, right? Even more so do I want to send out these messengers into the world and make sure that they get out there and do their job properly. Because a lot of times, you know, I wonder to myself, is it even worth it? You know, why am I doing these videos every single day? And then I'd remind myself over and over again that these are messengers of light and truth. Yeah. even if I'm sleeping, they're out there doing their job. They're out there perhaps teaching someone something new, or perhaps helping someone out, or perhaps making someone laugh, or whatever it might be, whatever my videos do for you. I want them to keep on going out there and doing their job, bringing light and truth to everyone. And so if you are wondering kind of why do I do these videos, this is actually one of my major things, my major philosophies in life. It's a very abstract one, so I haven't shared it before, but I thought, why not? I've been doing a lot of random other stuff in these videos, so why not share this as well? And so I wanted to share this with you because maybe you find it interesting. Maybe you could think about yourself and think about what is your mission in life and how do you want to bring that to the world. Maybe it'll spark some idea in you as well. Again, I'm so grateful that you are listening to my messengers, and hopefully they are helping you. And I'm grateful for your support, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what you think of me and my videos. I am grateful for your support and for your views and for your comments. I really do appreciate it. And again, I'm so happy that you're here and alive and here. I hope that you have an amazing day, and I shall see you the next time around in my next messenger. Bye for now.